Yo, what is good, everybody? My name is Chosen Banks, and welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Today we're going to be watching another video based on raw food diets. If you don't know me, then you really don't know how much I love raw food for my dogs. I feed all my dogs raw food. I even have videos on my channel showing you guys that I actually do feed my dogs these things that I'm telling you that you should feed your dogs. But I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking, you guys. So we're going to jump straight into the video to see what this guy does with his method. Because, you know, there's different methods to feeding your dog raw food. You don't have to feed it the same way as him or the same way as me, but you can add your own little style to it. All right, so let's just begin.
Hello everybody, welcome to Pretty Bully Kennels. I'm here today to show you how Sassy can transfer from kibble to raw. I had it on kibble, I had it on some pretty good kibble. I'm gonna get the kibble for you. It's called Taste of the Wild. It's a pretty good dog food, you know, one of the market's best dog food, but it still don't agree with it. She's using the bathroom way too often. And I was gonna eventually go to raw anyway. I said, why not now? And I decided to go ahead and just get all my raw stuff together, and I'm gonna show y'all what her meal is gonna be from now on, what she's gonna eat. And let me introduce y'all to Sassy. This is Sassy, my American bully. We just got her not too long ago. It's my first bully. She's actually 9 weeks. She made 9 weeks yesterday, Monday, and she's beautiful. She's all straight, no overbite, rear end thick. She's gonna be a pocket. She only weighs like 7 pounds.
Yeah, man, that's a really pretty dog. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to find like all white dogs nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Purebred. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, you know what I'm saying? If he cut the ears himself, I kind of disagree with him cutting the ears. You know what I'm saying? But if he bought it like that, it's okay. It's your preference. It's your dog. You know what I'm saying? Do as you choose. But, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really, you know what I'm saying? Depend on if it's a show dog or, you know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to like brain the dog a little bit, then I might cut the ears, you know what I'm saying? But if it's my own personal dog and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, planning on breeding it or bringing it to shows, then I'll just leave the ears like plain.
Right now, 77.5. When I picked her up Friday. She was only weighing 5 pounds. And today is now Tuesday. So, beautiful. This is where we're gonna go with it. And you can get a closer look. Pumpkin. Pumpkin is always great for your dog. We got our fruits. We got our veggies, which is carrots and broccoli, which are shredded so to help her digest it easy. And this is my filler. I'm going with brown rice as a filler. And I have my chicken. You gotta have your bone. Bone is essential for your dog if you're going on a raw or barf diet. You gotta feed them bones. So what I do, I just cut all my chickens up into quarters with the bones because she's such a small dog. She's gonna be a pocket bully. So I'll feed her that, and I cut it up for her to prep it. And what we have here, we have chicken gizzards. Chicken livers. Chicken livers, chicken hearts, and we have beef cubes instead of ground meat. Eventually, I might go get some ground meat, but right now I'm gonna go with the cubes. And we have the gizzards here. Mackerels. I chose mackerel because it's very early. It's a very early fish, and you know, and omega.
Now, I really like the food choices that he picked. You know what I'm saying? Really don't really. I have some suggestions, but I like his options so far. But you know what I'm saying? He really doesn't need all that meat. I'm assuming that he's prepping it for like a week or 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time, just to make things easier on him. But with the dog, it's kind of small, so you probably just need like one of each meat to fulfill the dog for the day. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the dog first time eating raw meat, so I wouldn't suggest him to just throw the dog into raw meat. I would have started with some ground beef and let the dog nibble I'm saying, that ground beef throughout the day, and I'm saying a little bit like a fingertip. I'm talking about, let the body digest, because that dog is going to start pooping a lot, like diarrhea. So for the first like week or so, when you transition the dog to raw meat, I'm saying the bathroom time changes. It's like it's no longer regular. It's like when a dog got to go, it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And it has more diarrhea. But after the first 2 weeks, you're gonna see the poop start getting smaller, which means that the dog body is using up their nutrients. You know what I'm saying? From the food that it's eating is way healthier than kibbles. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you choose to feed your dog kibbles, you can. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Kibbles does provide some good benefits, not all. But, you know what I'm saying, if you have some kibbles and you don't want to just throw away the kibbles, you could just mix it up with the dog food. You know what I'm talking about? Or if you've been with a brand for a long time and you like the brand, you can continue buying that brand and just mix it up with the the raw meat. But you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Not every dog kibbles is bad, but it just doesn't provide the benefits that raw food provide. But be very careful when you transition your dog.
And pretty much that's how we're gonna go with it. And oh, I'm sorry, also you gotta add your coconut oil. You don't have to mix it because it has its own flavor and they love the flavor, and that helps with their coat real good. And Bully Max Total Health, it's kind of expensive, but it's worth it. Gives your dog the best body, muscle. You have to work it out, walk it, cycle with it, whatever you like to do. Get your dog outside. And here we go. When you're making these barf meals, your bones and your muscle meat is going to be what you're going to feed them the most. It's going to take the most of the meal. I give her 1 liver, 1 heart. She's only, like I say, 7 pounds. Little red meat, a couple gizzards, and everything's been pre-prepped, rinsed off, cut. Little fish. Okay, we'll go to our filler. Little fruits. And after you see I have all this laid out, I will prep all this up and put them in containers or Ziploc bags. And I will take them out 2 at a time because she's going to eat twice a day. I'll take them out 2 at a time and let them thaw out so they'll be ready for the next day. And now we're going to go with some carrots. And then broccoli. She doesn't need much. I might take one of these chickens out because it looks like it might be. Yeah, I'm going to just take one of these out.
Now, from the video, you can see that he's making it look all pretty and stuff like that. And I'm saying laying it down side to side, this, that, and the third. But I'm pretty sure he's just doing it for the video. Now, dogs don't really care how it's laid out. The chicken on this side, the beef on this side. Dogs don't really care about that. Now, what you want to do is you want to get some ground beef. You know what I'm saying? Some ground beef. Now, because with the fruits and vegetables, most dogs do not eat it. Most dogs will just push them to the side, which is why it's very important when you feed your dogs these vegetables and these other food that they're not used to eating, the ground beef really helps. After you put all your food into the bowl, get some ground beef, spray it on top, and mush it together. So you create a big, like a gumbo type of vibe. I'm saying you mix all them together. So when a dog is eating the raw meat, is also getting some of that fruit, some of that vegetable inside of his system too, without it knowing. And even if it tries to separate it, they won't really do a good job separating the fruits away from the raw meat. So get you some ground beef. It would help you out very good, and you don't have to do it all pretty like how he's doing it. He's just doing it for the video just to make it look good. But yeah, get you some ground beef.
She's still small. And everyone, I don't claim to be a professional. Like I said, this is my first bully, and I'm trying things, you know, trying to give her the best. And I'm gonna give her a little pumpkin.
That boy say pumpkin. You can tell you from the
Pumpkin in
south.
there? They love pumpkin. Okay. A little coconut oil.
So now, if you want to feed your dog rice, you can feed your dog rice. Cook rice is more preferable. But you can cook your, you know what I'm saying, give your dog, you know what I'm saying, as long as it's not too much of grains, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to cook the rice sometimes. Because when it's mixed up into the food, you know what I'm saying, you're not supposed to give your dog too much grains, you know what I'm saying, but when it's mixed up to the food, it'll be digest, you know what I'm saying. But if you choose to cook your rice, you don't have to cook it like you would cook a rice for you, just boil it in some hot water. But besides that, yeah, rice is very good too. Rice, peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? But be very careful of how much you put in there. Peanut butter would help with the muscle mass, you know what I'm saying? Keep that muscle strong, you know what I'm talking about? And also good supplements too. After you finish mashing everything, now throw some supplements in it. Like he says, Bully Max powder is very good. You can buy the Bully Max pills when they're a little bit, when they small. It'll help your dog put that muscle. But one thing about supplements that you should know: do not feed your dog supplements if you do not work out your dog. Now you probably be thinking that I'm talking about like physical workouts, but I'm talking about like if your dog stays home all day and don't really do much besides go out, use the restroom, and come back in, supplements will not be a good thing for your dog because your dog will get fat and not physically fit. So be very careful.
You don't need much. Just be consistent with it. A lot of people cracks up the shell and leave the shell in there with the food. I did at first, but I noticed she was passing it through her bowels and I couldn't be comfortable, so I decided not to put the shells in there anymore and break them up in her food. And there's only one more thing left to give her. And this Bully Max Total Health, they don't sponsor me, but if you want to sponsor me, Bully Max, I'll be happy to take your sponsor. Okay? You're not supposed to give her total health until she's 12 weeks, but I didn't seen people do it way earlier than that. And I'm actually not going to give her the full tablespoon. I'm only going to give her half of that. And I only give her this once in her meal. I don't give her this twice a day, only once a day. And I have my scoops to make life a lot easier, you know. Instead of a full tablespoon, we're going with a half a tablespoon. Total Health. Sprinkle it over the food.
So, you know what I'm saying, if you bought Bully Max, you know that Bully Max is very expensive. So one quick tip that I learned very early was get the Bully Max powder and get your dog kibbles. Sprinkle it into your dog kibbles and mix it up real good. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just get a separate bag. Put your kibbles in there and sprinkle it over the kibbles. And mix it up real good and make sure that the powder covers the kibbles. You get what I'm saying? Because you doing it like that, you'll run through that powder very quick. But if you mix it up with the kibbles can probably last you like, depending on how big your bag is, it can last you like a week, you know what I'm saying, to up to 3 months. You get what I'm saying? So mix it up with your kibbles and put your kibbles in there. And the fact that you mixing up with raw meat and stuff like that, you won't need to use as much kibbles. But they'll still be getting the supplements from the kibbles when they eat the kibbles.
And there you have it. This is Sassy, new raw diet for now, and this is how she's gonna eat. This is how it's gonna go. And I prepped up all her food for the week. Like I said, this is my first time I'm going raw, you know, so this is what I got from, I can't remember, it was $55 or $60 worth of food from the meat market. And if I have to feed her twice a day, I have 2 weeks worth of food, a little over 2 weeks. But if I'm thinking I'm thinking she's so small, I might have to break him down to half a bag per day.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. So basically, like for the size of his dog, it's too small. I'm saying too much of a portion. And if he leaves it into the tray, it's either gonna start smelling bad, you know what I'm talking about, or the dog is gonna get used to it and not want to eat throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure when you feed these dogs these raw meats, get them a proportion that they will eat instantly. Don't give them too much. You know what I'm saying? Some people eat their dog food out. You can only do that when you have multiple dogs because they're gonna compete with eating the food. You know what I'm saying? So if you only have one dog, that's the only dog that's eating the food. So it doesn't have no competition. Nobody else eating the food too. So they'll know that, okay, I have to eat before everybody else eat and finish the food. So cut it down, cut the proportion down to a proportion that you know they're gonna eat. And you always want to make sure that they ready for the food, you know what I'm saying? Not too full. So when it's time to feed them again, oh, they ready. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll see, but we'll see how it go, and I'll keep you updated on how many times I feed her. But this is pretty much her new diet. This is her raw diet. All right. So let's see how Sassy loves her new food. Now she's been on her kibble, and like I say, she's only 9 weeks, a little over 9 weeks. Let's see how she like raw food. Sassy. Looks like she's digging into it. Got that chicken. It's one of those favorite things, chicken, raw chicken. We don't want no food aggressions at all. What we're doing here at Pretty Bully Kennels is we trying to make the perfect family dog. If you know anything about American bullies, they are well-tempered. They are great for kids. They are great for single people. If you just want that companionship, a loyal dog. It's beautiful. And then she's a pocket. I'm trying to stay at the pocket level and made her to another pocket and produce my yard need nothing but pockets.
All right, you guys. So that's the end of the video. I'm pretty sure you just gonna be watching the dog eat for the next 2 minutes or so. I will be starting a kennel. You know what I'm saying, as you know, the channel is called Doghouse Kennel. You know what I'm saying? That's my brand. I will be starting a kennel soon. Like I said in the past that I was gonna start, but in my recent videos I told you why. But if you didn't catch the recent videos, it's basically because I moved and I did not want to start it, you know what I'm saying, too early where I put dogs in, you know what I'm saying, unfair conditions and put myself in a place that I do not want to be. You know what I'm saying? I want to start it, but I want to start it right. I don't want to take advantage of the dogs just for money or anything like that. But I will be starting soon, but I won't be starting until I hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel, so I'll be able to build up my clientele and build up my brand, so I'll be able to help get these dogs, these puppies, into better homes and also be in a profit where I can continue growing the business too. So do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want, I'm saying, more puppies. I'm saying, well, not more puppies. If you guys want to, I'm saying, purchase some puppies from me in the future. Yeah, and I'm saying, join the family. And we out. This is the end of the video. We out.